everyone, I hope everybody's doing well. Today I'll be filming a bronze goddess, shimmery goddess, or just a glowy contoured sort of makeup look. Now I had tons of requests for this on Instagram, which is why I brought up my lights and everything and got my little area ready to film even though I am sick. So if you want to know how I got this look, please keep watching. So first and foremost, I apologize for my voice, guys. I am still very sick. It's been 2 weeks. I haven't recovered yet. I'm just getting there. Secondly, I'd like to apologize for the 2 little scars or whatever I have that's on my face. I attempted waxing my face for the first time and miserably failed ripping off some skin. So let's get started. I'll be going in with my Numasque Professional Coverage Cosmetics Skin Renewal Under Makeup Moisturiser. Now I've grown to actually like this. I can't say that it's one of my holy grails as yet, but it does really hold makeup well throughout the day, no matter what your skin condition is, no matter what the condition outside is. So as per usual, I'll be putting that all over my face, firstly on the back of my hand, and you really don't need such a big amount. A little bit goes a long way, as you guys can see. It's very thick, as I've said before, and I've just learned to really love it. And then for my foundation, I'm going with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 310. I know it's not good, but I'm going to try to cover up my little scarring that I have.
Oh, it smells disgusting.
I know it's not ideal to put makeup on it, and I haven't for 3 days.
Hashtag dedication.
So I'll be going in with my Real Techniques beauty sponge and just bouncing that on and off my skin. And now, just for the sake of my lips, because I am sick, as I've said before, I'm going in with my Napoleon Purtis Autopilot Lip Service, and this just conditions your lip like any other lip conditioner. Just so, like, because I've got like cracks in the middle and everything at the moment. So I'll be leaving this on throughout my makeup tutorial, and as I get to the very end, I'll take it off and put my lip gloss on, or my lipstick on. Now for my concealer, I'll be going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 10 Light. As you all know, I really love this stuff, and I bring it up to the edge of my nose just so it pre-contours my face for me. And I am going to be putting it on top of my scarring so it covers that up for me, and slightly on the bridge of my nose as well. Now to blend that out, again, I'll be using my Real Techniques beauty sponge. I used to use a brush. I changed to a sponge after discovering this little beauty. I haven't tried their diamond sponge yet, but I really want to. I can't find it in Australia. If you guys know a price line that does sell it in Sydney, please guys, please comment down below, let me know where it is. So next, to set that all in, I'll be going in with my Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder in the shade medium tan. Now I am basically using just drugstore products like Chemist, Priceline, Target, whatever in Australia. I'm just using the cheap products because this video has been requested, and I thought, you know what, I'll keep it on the lower side of the dollar spectrum so all of you guys can have access to all of these products as well. Now to set that in, I'll be using my BH Cosmetics 126 brush, and I will leave a link down below to the BH Cosmetics site. Now I'll be starting off with the contour of my nose. I'll be using my Napoleon Purtis Camera Finish Powder Foundation in the shade Topaz. The only reason why I use this for my nose is, yes, everything else works better as well, like everything else works good as well, but I find that this blends out like a dream. Like seriously, if you're going to use something for the areas that are most oily throughout the day, which is my nose in my case, I'd prefer something that blends out like a dream and doesn't go chalky throughout the day, doesn't slide, sticks on like glue, and lasts over 12 hours. And for that, just to be lining up the contour, I'll be using my BH Cosmetics 130 brush. And then to blend that all out, I'll be going in with my BH Cosmetics 128 brush. It's like domed, sort of, like a mini foundation brush, which is why I choose this one to blend out my contour for the nose and like for my little areas that I have all over my face. Now to blend it out, I'm not doing, because I've already concealed here, pre-concealed my nose to help me out with my contouring, but I'm only blending it out in upward, like in up and down motions and mini circle motions going upwards, never downwards on the nose. Just following that line that we have created for the contouring. Now for the contour of my cheeks, I will be using the Essence Silky Touch blush in the shade 40 Natural. And as you all know, I really do love the Essence brand with whatever they bring out. If they bring out something new, I am down to try it. If you want another one brand tutorial on the Essence cosmetic, I would love to do that. But coming back to the blush, I use it as a contour because it does have that sort of melt away sort of bronzy look to it, and that's what we're going for in this tutorial. So let's give that a go and see how that turns out. And for this one, I'll be using my Napoleon Purtis BR22 brush. This brush is so universal. It's a must have in your kit. And to carve my cheekbones out, all I do is just either pull my this side of my cheek to the other side, or I suck in my cheeks. And as you can see, I'm only carving out underneath my cheekbone. I'm not going in the hollow like this. I've got it at an angle and I'm going underneath my cheekbone. Another little tip I can give you girls is for the contouring, you don't want to go all the way through to like where your lips finish. You want to go halfway through your cheek and you want to go all the way, like blend into your hairline. This is why I love this product. Now this step I don't really do every single day. I'm going to carve out my jawline as well as my forehead and temples, just so that it gives you that sun-kissed look, bronzy look. As you all know by now, I do highlight before I put my blush on, and the reason for that is when I go to blend it all out together, it like sort of blends in an ombre sort of tone instead of hiding my highlight underneath my blush. That's just the only reason. But for my highlight, I'll be going with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit. I will be using Pink Heart, and for this one I'll be going in with my Napoleon Purtis BR19 brush, fan brush, and just putting this right on top of your cheekbones.
Oh my god, oh my god.
The intensity of the highlight is up to what you prefer. So I love, when I'm in love, I love freaking glow. So I'm going to be very heavy-handed with this one.
Oh wow. Oh, what?
And I like to put it on top of my eyebrows as well. The reason for that is because when I turn around, any sunlight, any direction, I'll be glowing wherever. And I'll be putting it on the bridge of my nose as well, on there, the tip of my nose, underneath my lip, and on top of my lip as well, on my cupid's bow. Now for my blush, I got this just today. I'll be going in with the Essence Glitter in the Air Strobing Blush and Highlighting Powder in the shade 01 When in Doubt Add Glitter. What a name. That's so me. And it's just a dusty, mauvey sort of pink tone. Very girly, very subtle, I think, by the looks of it, but does have a lot of shimmer in it, and that's what I want for a bronze goddess look. For that one, I'll be going in with my Real Techniques blush brush. Alright, so next I'll be moving on to the brows. As you guys know, I don't like using a pencil anymore. It's not my preference anymore. Instead, I choose any other black eyeshadow I have because my hair and my brows and my lashes are black. But if you guys prefer pencil, go in with what works with you. I'll go in with what works with me. And for that, I'll be using my BH Cosmetics 28 color neutral eyeshadow palette. And I'll be going in with the only black shade that's in there. And for that, I'll be going in with my Zoeva Wing Liner 317 brush. But now, before we do that, as you all know, you got to take away, like brush out the little particles of foundation, setting powder, or whatever that's in your eyebrows. So I'll do that right now, and then brush downwards as I have explained before. You guys have seen me do my brows before. I'll link the videos where I've done them really detailed so you can know, and I'll put in the little time slot of where I start doing my eyebrows so you guys can see. But for this video, I'll just go in quickly and do my eyebrows. Now before going and setting my eyebrows, I'll be using the Benefit Highbrow Glow Pencil, and that will give a base for the highlight shade I'll be putting right underneath the arch of my eyebrow, and as well as give it a little bit of a glow into my brow to carve it out.
Why are you blunt?
So with this one, I'll bring it all the way in to the start of my brows, all the way throughout the tail of my brow. And then I'll be just blending it out with the tips of my fingers. This works best this way, and also it's such a small step. I mean, you don't really need a brush for this one. Now to set my brows, I'll be using my Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara in 02 Brownie Browns. Now this is a 3-in-1, feel your brows, you know, shape your brows and keep your brow hairs in place all day sort of thing. It's very compact, fits into anything, and perfect for traveling. As for the product itself, you guys have seen me use the Maybelline Gimme Brow, I think. No, sorry, Maybelline Brow Drama, and you guys have seen me use the Peachy Fiber Brow Gel thing as well. Now, they are all the same thing. The Maybelline one is a bit more, how can I say it, a bit more liquefied, if that makes any sense to you girls. But these two, the Peachy and the Essence one, has mini fiber hairs in it, and I'll show you that right now. So it's got little bits of fiber, fake hairs, eyebrow hairs in it, to give your eyebrows a sort of fuller look. So with this one, I'm just going to be going in upwards motions at the beginning of my brow, because that's how my brow hairs stand. And then as I go towards the tail, I'll be going in the same direction my hairs grow and fall naturally. Also keep in mind that with these type of products, they do go on a lot darker, or if you're using a light shade, they do go on lighter, but they dry up matte and dry up to the color that's what you think is right for you. So it does look dark right now, but it'll dry matte.
And anyway, I like my brows dark anyway, so ain't got no better time for that.
So moving on to my eyeshadows, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Sweet Peaches palette. I haven't used this before, but I am today for the first time. I don't know what to expect. I've heard reviews and watched some tutorials on it, and the colors are absolutely amazing.
Absolutely stunning is the correct term for it.
And smells amazing. The colors in there are very like bronzy, goddessy, you know, all of that champagne sort of tones. I've got something in my mind, and I'm going to see how that turns out with this palette. As you guys know, I am trying to keep it on the lower side of the spectrum, like the dollar spectrum, but I just had to use this palette today. I will try to put colors that are the closest to the ones I use that are drugstore, so you guys can grab a hand of it whenever you guys want to. But if not, like, it comes with so much shades and it's so beautiful, like it's a must have in your kit, in other words. So for my base shade, I'll be going in with Peaches and Cream. And with this one, I'll be going in with my Napoleon Purtis BR13 brush. So I'm going to start off with going underneath my eyebrow first, and then all over my lid. The reason for this step is so that every single color that you put on your eyelid blends out seamlessly, blends out perfectly, and doesn't give you too much trouble. Okay, so because I'm going to go in with a really warm tone, sort of bronzy look, I will be going in with Summer Yum, and any blending brush will do for that one. I've got my Napoleon Purtis BR16 brush. This is so good for your creases, for your blending, for basically anything, for putting on like shimmer or whatever. Amazing brush. If there's a brush that I can recommend to you guys, it's this little bad boy right here. I will be listing him down below because I have used him in every single tutorial ever since I've started doing makeup tutorials on YouTube. So I'll be placing this shade right in my crease, and it is very warm toned. As far as I can tell right now, the eyeshadow has no fallout so far and blends like a dream. Absolutely stunning. As you can see, I'm holding my brush at an angle. I'm not going in straight ahead. I'm holding it at this point just so that I can get it right underneath my crease, and so that the lightest part of the brown shade that I'm using goes on top of my crease. Just gives it that sort of blended look. And I'm not going heavy-handed. It's all in the pigment of the palette. That's why I said go out and get it. Like, it's really worth it. And just a little tip for any of you girls out there, if you guys know what this is, it's basically like one of those foam spongy plastic sponge things that you put in buns for hairs. I never use it, and just for a little DIY, I use it as a color switch, like the ones that cost an arm and a leg. But if you just go in with like that with your eyeshadow, especially if it's a really dark shade and you want to use a light shade next, and just like literally rub it against it, brush it against it, takes away the color that's in the makeup brush. And then to deepen that shade there, I'll be going in with Charmed, I'm Sure. And with this shade, I'm gonna just focus that on the outer corner of my eyelid. So I'll be placing this shade just in that little outer corner there and just slightly blending that through in one line through halfway of my crease. And the only reason for this is that just so it gives it that little bit more depth in the look. And if need be, bringing that up into the high point of your bone that's on your eyelid. It instantly gives it that depth, that sort of sultriness to the look. And now with a tiny flat top brush, I'm going to be going in with the shade Nectar. And with this shade, I'm just going to be focusing that on the inner corner and like sort of halfway where my pupil is. And I've decided that I'll be going in on top, well, underneath my brow line as well, on the high points of my brow. And then again with the same shade, I'll be putting that right in the inner corner where my tear duct is. Now with any flat top brush that has basically like a really flat top to it, I'll be going in with Summer Yum and going in my lower lash line. I'm bringing that shade all the way through the very beginning. Now with Charmed, I'm Sure, I'll be going over that line as well. But this time only keeping it on the outer corners of the eye look. And now just with a flat fluffy brush, I'll be blending, slightly blending that shade, those two shades out. And now, because I am me and I need like lots of glowing, I'm going to be going in with my Napoleon Purposely Eye Dust in the shade Honey Child, just over the really light shade that we use in the inner corner of your eye all the way to the middle. And for that, any blending brush will do. It's very intense, so a little goes a long way. Basically all I'm using is that much. And it does have a lot of fallout. It is a loose dust that's going to happen. And I'll just be putting that on right in my inner corner, going outwards and buffing it out. And that intensifies your gold shade a lot more. And the same thing for the high tops as well. Now I'm not going to be doing any liner for this look because it is a bronze goddess. You don't want to look too done up, if you know what that means. So I'll just be going in with my Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Boost Mascara. This one works like no tomorrow. I have tried 60, 50, $70, $80 worth mascaras, and still I love my Maybelline, I love my Essence, and I'll leave it at that. And I love my Smashbox as well. But this is my by far favorite. I use this literally every single day. And a little tip for you girls, I put sweet almond oil, coconut oil, and there's another oil that I put, what's its name? I will put it in the description bar down below. And what I do is I just put like 2 drops of each, get my mascara, pump it up, get that all mixed in, and as I put mascara on, it basically feeds my lashes, and that's what made my lashes grow in a matter of 2-3 months. That quick. So I'll just go in and put a light layer, as we are going to use falsies for this look. Like my eyelashes are that long now that sometimes it touches the top of my eyebrow. And now for my falsies, I'll be going in with my Model Rock Smoky Velvet Double Layered Lashes. I've used these over and over again, you girls know, and I am just trying to prove a point here. They do last more than 25 uses as long as you look after them. And what I do by that is I pop them in like a little glass of micellar water after my use or after my day that I've spent with them. And then after that, I just peel off the lash glue that's on it that I've used up, and pop them there, brush them out, let them to air dry, and by the morning they're dry already. They're so fluffy. And now while they dry up, I'll just wipe off that lip service that was on my lips and go ahead with my lip liner and liquid lipstick. And now for my lip liner, I'll be using the Essence lip liner in the shade 11 in the nude. And then on top of that, I'll be going in with my Essence Matte 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 Long Lasting Lip Gloss in the shade 02 Beauty Approved. I absolutely adore this liquid lipstick or liquid mousse or whatever it is. It's not a lip gloss, it sort of dries semi-matte like a velvet sort of satin sort of texture feeling, and it does last a long time. Not to mention it absolutely smells amazing. And then in my lash line, I'll be going in with my Essence pencil in the shade 04 White to open up my eyes and to give me a more bigger eye sort of look. And then lastly, because my top lashes are now dry and I can do whatever the hell I want, I'll be going in with my Essence mascara on my lower lash line as well. And my very last step is getting the highlight shade that I use and just popping it all along my collarbone so it's still that sort of goddess, golden goddess, you know, that shiny, beautiful, sparkly goddess sort of look. Still continues down off to my chest and to my neck. So that's it there for my finished look. I really do love the glow kit. It has an amazing glow to it. This is a sort of look that I would wear literally out in the daytime. Darken it up for a little bit of nighttime, change my lips maybe into a darker color. I really do hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as I did filming it. If you did, do me a favor, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with your friends and family on your social media platforms. If you guys have any other video recommendations, requests, want to see a specific tutorial or want to see swatches or anything, leave me in the comments down below and I'll get back to you. Other than that, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye!